I tell you what, wrestling movies don't have the best reputation. Not at all. So unfortunately, I feel a lot of people are not going to watch this movie, and it's a damn shame. Fighting with My Family, directed by Steven or Stephen Merchant, produced by none other than the People's Champion, the Great One himself, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. WWE Films. So I think when a lot of people see WWE Films, they're going to try to avoid this movie because over the years, wrestling films have been kind of a joke. They're not really to be taken seriously. And watching the trailer for this, I thought the trailer did look interesting. It said based on the true story, and from what I seen in the trailer, I said, okay, I think this will be an interesting movie. And after watching it, I was like, wow, I really dug this film. So I'm kind of late with this review because Fighting with My Family came out last week, so I'm just checking it out now. But I'm glad I did because I really did enjoy this. So if you've seen the trailer, you know what it's about. I'm going to try to keep the spoiler free, but brother and sister, they come from a wrestling family, a wrestling background, and they get chosen to try out for the WWE, and the sister gets picked and the brother doesn't. And it's kind of heartbreaking because the brother, like, this is all he's known, this is all he's ever wanted to do, and now his window of opportunity has now been closed, and that opportunity now goes to the sister who really didn't want to be a wrestler. She was kind of forced into this life because of her family, but hey, like Thanos says, dread it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same. Watching this, I thought the movie was going to take a really dark turn, and like I said, I'm trying to keep the spoiler free, but I thought it was going to take a really dark turn, but then I remembered who produced this movie, which is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and I remember an interview that he did for the movie Rampage, where he said in the original cut of the film, George the Gorilla dies, and it was supposed to be somewhat of a sad ending, but Dwayne Johnson was like, we're not doing that. Nope, I don't want no sad shit in my movies. I want people leaving my movies feeling good and, you know, getting their money's worth. So no, I don't want that shit in my films. So when I thought about that, I said, okay, I'm going to be safe watching this. And you know what? I guess that's a good thing because we have enough negative shit going on in the world. If we pay our money to go see a movie, we should leave the theater feeling good. So I feel him on that. But sometimes take a risk, Rock. Surprise us sometimes. Take us in a direction where we're not expecting, because we know if you go to see a movie produced by The Rock, you know, it's gonna be safe. We're gonna be okay when we leave. I want to go into a movie sometimes not knowing how the shit's gonna turn out, and leaving sometimes feeling like, whoa, what the fuck did I just watch? And it leaves you thinking about it. Fortunately for this movie does play it safe, but at the same time, it is very inspiring. It is all about chasing your dreams and how to deal with defeat when your dreams are shattered, and how do you bounce back from that. So it's all about redemption. It's about pursuing something that you love and overcoming obstacles. I mean, shit that we've seen in movies before. So there's nothing new about this film, but it's very refreshing. It does have some feels of Officer and the Gentleman. If you've seen the old movie An Officer and the Gentleman, there is kind of that feel in this movie, like when she's doing the training, and the Vince Vaughn character is like the Lou Gossett Jr. character, and Vince Vaughn actually did a good job, even though he's still being Vince Vaughn and doing his Vince Vaughn thing. But I thought his performance was really good as the scout who was training these up-and-coming wrestlers to get to the next level. And The Rock does have a cameo. He has a couple of scenes in the movie, just being The Rock. You know, you can tell he's having fun with the role. I guess he figured, I produce this movie, it is about wrestling, so how can I not be in it? And I do like some of the stock footage that they show from past WWE superstars like Hogan and Austin and all those guys. I tell you what though, this film is based off a true story off of the wrestler Paige, who I've never heard of. Because honestly, I stopped watching wrestling back in 2001. So when Stone Cold and The Rock and all those guys left, I just lost interest in it. You know, I guess I was becoming a full-grown adult at the time. So I was like, I have no interest in wrestling. So after that, I've heard about a few superstars here and there, like John Cena and CM Punk and what's the new guy, Roman Reigns and all that shit. So I heard of those guys, but I don't really know anybody on the roster. So I didn't really know who the Paige character was, but the actress that played her, what's her name? Florence Pugh, I think her name is. I thought she did a phenomenal job. Like, she could really pass for a WWE superstar because she has that presence, she has that in-ring ability, and I thought she did a really good job in the film. And the guy that played her brother, Zach, I thought he did really good. Like, I really felt for his character and the shit that he had to go through and overcome. And, you know, you want to see both of them win. Of course, they're brother and sister, but you do want to see both of them win. But your heart kind of breaks for one and you root for the other one, but then you end up rooting for both of them. So you leave the theater with your head high. You just feel like that Rocky feeling after you see a Rocky movie where you just feel like you can just take on the world and take on anybody and just tackle any and every motherfucking thing. That's how this movie leaves you feeling. So I highly recommend it. If you haven't seen this movie, don't dismiss it just because it's a wrestling film. Okay, there's more to it than wrestling. It's about family. It has a lot of heart. It's all about pursuing your dreams and how to deal with defeat. I recommend this movie to anybody. Take your family to go see it. Take your kids to go see it. I think this is a really solid film. I really enjoyed it. A couple of cliche moments and a few times where I'm like, okay, they did play it a little too safe, and but I really did enjoy it. I mean, I really did dig it. So wrapping it up, I'm gonna give Fighting with My Family a B+. So guys, have you seen Fighting with My Family? What did you think about it? What are your favorite wrestling movies? How do they rank as far as from worst to best or best to worst or whatever? Comment freely below, and if you like and dig the content, don't forget to subscribe and like and subscribe. I said that backwards. So anyways, y'all, this is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video. If you smell what The Rock is cooking. And that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so. Oh, hell yeah. I'm sorry, I couldn't talk about wrestling without doing that.